From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 12th, 2017. The United States today said it will withdraw from UNESCO, the United Nations Scientific and Cultural Organization. The U.S. State Department made the announcement today, citing financial consideration, the need for reform at the UN body, and UNESCO's, quote, continuing anti-Israel bias. State Department spokeswoman Heather Nauert said an observer mission would replace U.S. representation at the agency. The withdrawal goes into effect on December the 31st of 2018. UNESCO Director General Irina Bokova expressed profound regret over the U.S. decision, which she called a loss to multilateralism. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, said UNESCO was now, quote, paying the price for the shameful decisions it had adopted against Israel. Rival Palestinian parties Fatah and terror group Hamas signed a historic reconciliation agreement in Cairo, Egypt today. In it, the factions reportedly agreed to an end to the division that has existed between them since 2007, when Hamas seized control of Gaza from the Palestinian Authority, which is run by Fatah. In the agreement, Hamas would reportedly agree to the deployment of 3,000 Palestinian Authority policemen in Gaza and to the handover of administrative control in Gaza to the so-called Palestinian Unity Government by December the 1st of this year. The deputy political leader of Hamas, Saleh El-Aruri, who is leading the group's delegation at the talks in Cairo, said today that the reconciliation meant that Palestinian forces can now, quote, work together against the Zionist enterprise, unquote. Aruri is believed to have planned numerous terror attacks against Israel, including the 2014 kidnapping and murder of 3 Israeli teenagers in the West Bank, Gilad Shar, Eyal Yifrach, and Naftali Frankel. Israel has stated very clearly that any Palestinian unity government must include the disarming of the terror group, the severing of its ties with Iran, and Hamas's recognition of Israel's right to exist. There has been no word on whether any of those terms are part of the current agreement. Further negotiations between Fatah and Hamas on forming this new unity government are expected to take place in Cairo on November the 21st. Police in Leeds, England, are investigating vandalism at a local synagogue as a hate crime. Yesterday, a swastika and an anti-Semitic slur were found spray-painted on the entrance sign of the Etz Chaim synagogue. Local Parliament member Fabian Hamilton, who is Jewish, said it is important we treat anti-Semitism the same way we oppose all forms of hate, regardless of religion, and respond by promoting tolerance, love, and unity. The Associated Press reports that the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, is filing a lawsuit challenging the state of Kansas's anti-BDS legislation. Kansas state law prohibits participation in boycotts against Israel. In the lawsuit, the ACLU claims that a teacher in Wichita was denied a teaching contract because she refused to agree to not boycott Israel, and claims that the anti-BDS law violates her free speech rights. The 2017 MacArthur Fellows were announced this week. The so-called Genius Grants will be presented to 24 individuals, among them 46-year-old Israeli-born Regina Barzilai, who is a computational linguist based at MIT, and 37-year-old opera director Yuval Sharon, who was born in Chicago to Israeli parents. The winners each received $625,000 in recognition of, quote, extraordinary originality and dedication in their creative pursuits. Well, as the Jewish festival of Sukkot came to a close last night, a large group of Palestinians and Israelis attended a reconciliation event at the home of the mayor of the West Bank Jewish settlement of Efrat, Oded Ravivi. Last year, Ravivi held a similar event, and the Palestinians who attended were arrested afterwards by Palestinian Authority police. Ravivi yesterday lauded the Palestinians for attending this year's event despite the risk. He said we must continue to break down the imaginary walls that separate us and continue to build bridges between our two communities. And Haaretz reports that an Arab-Israeli couple invited Jews and Arabs to eat together in their sukkah. Khalil Bakli told the paper, "My dream is for this to serve as a springboard for more and more gatherings of this type that will help foster a shared society for Jews and Arabs in this country." And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, October the 12th at 6 o'clock, Simchat Torah services from New York City's Central Synagogue. And at 8:30, it's the film Inspired. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 12th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.